Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else was on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Thank you very much. Holy crap, guys. 300 episodes.
Big day.
We it's so crazy. We started this thing pretty much
in your garage.
Well, Rich, basically Casey's dad's best friend. Every time I would see him, he'd be like, "You need to start a podcast." And I was like, "I already have a podcast." And he goes, "No, like a real podcast where you like actually give a shit about it, right?" And I don't understand what you're saying. And then I basically designed this show around you like movies, you do movie quotes all the time, right?
People love movies.
Right? So we'll just do this thing. We'll call it Jarrett Goes to the Movies because you have this album called Bowling for Soup Goes to the Movies, right? And there we go. So
this is literally the first time I put those two together.
Oh, really?
So
yeah,
awesome. 300 episodes.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that for several years.
I call that album now Jarrett Goes to the Movies all the time. Like, yeah, it's the second one from on the bottom row.
Well, he never sees that.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
You don't do like the believe thing when you should do when you come in and out, like believe.
Now you have to touch it.
It's gonna fall. Don't do it.
Yeah, you're right.
They're already cattywampus.
You're right. There are. But he and I started doing this together, and Casey would sit back in the back and just yell shit at us, and then
for one episode,
and then it was like, you know what? She's funnier than us. Let's just bring her in.
True.
And then we brought in Kitty Corner Will, who was on the show for a long time. We had Temporary John on from time to time. We had
Tim Tool.
We had gosh, who else did we have?
Hey, she's hot.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I felt like a kid watching this for the first time.
It's good to have you back on the show, Tim. How's everything going?
Well, I'm fucking drinking.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, I thought you were going to quit that.
Probably not.
Okay, all right. Well, it's good to talk to you, buddy.
Fuck you, Rich.
Well, I'm Jarrett. So, all right, everybody, give it up for Tim Tool, John, the bass player, who was our Jeff Goldblum guy, and then of course, Sweet Cheeks. But really, the show really started getting better when Sean came aboard. Sean, Kennedy, Reichenberger, Timothy,
Silent.
The third.
East Texas.
The third. And then Rich left the show, and Casey and I had met Eric at trivia, and I just thought everything that Eric said on the microphone was the funniest shit. I would just cry laughing when people would try to heckle you, and you just could not give a shit about anybody. You were like, I'm coming here. I have my 2 beers. They pay me this much money. I do the trivia, and then I just fucking leave.
Yeah, this isn't fun to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But without missing a beat, he would always have a comeback.
Always. It was just, and you dealing with drunk people, or like when you found out when you would realize that people were cheating or whatever, and you would
call them out.
It was just so great. But I just thought, man, he would be a great co-host. Well, it just so happened you came over and did a guest episode, and then we found out that we also shared a love of music, which I did not know about you, as you didn't know that I was in Bowling for Soup for the first time you asked me.
Long time.
The first time you asked me to co-host to fill in for you at trivia, you just thought, well, he seems like a guy that could do this.
It was just such a like I remember saying.
I bet he'd be comfortable on a microphone.
Specifically to you, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure. There's sometimes 70 people here playing, and I don't know if you can handle it, but like I get this sense that you could, with enough practice.
You were like, where have you been? I was like, yeah, I was on Warped Tour. Oh yeah, what were you doing on there? He's
lighting rig.
Yeah, what are you, like a lighting guy? And I thought, honestly, is he fucking with me? Like, is that, it's like, because
is he being hilarious?
Well, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, even if you didn't know who I was, it would have seemed like you would have figured out who I was there. because I'm like the mayor of that bar. Or I was before COVID, like the mayor of that bar. Like they don't reserve tables, but they did for us, you know?
I
like,
remember that conversation very vividly. And I know, and when you said you were in a band, what was this, like 4 years ago, maybe?
well, yeah, I mean,
And I'm going, what are the odds I know a single band on Vans Warped Tour this
right.
year?
Yeah.
But I know that the right thing to do is say, oh, what band?
Right.
Well, then you told me. And of course, I mean, I'm from Dallas.
Sure.
So of course, we know that band.
Of course. Yeah.
And it all came crashing down. Everything I had ever said to you,
Yeah.
and just
you just
you know,
replayed it all in your mind.
yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck me.
Well, Eric came aboard and filled in for Rich. And, you know, honestly, I think we got our groove pretty quickly. Amy had been on the show several times as just a guest and hanging out. But during COVID, when Sean and Eric couldn't be in studio, Amy was nice enough to commit and come over here and be in here so that she could help keep the face-to-face conversations going. But because you guys were coming in remote. And honestly, I think just sort of made it to where it would have been almost impossible to continue doing the show without her.
It was the voice that we didn't know we needed
Yeah, for
at the
sure.
time.
Yeah.
But
And so I surprised her with her own caricature
In the pub.
in the pub, and we asked her to be on the
you
show.
got down on one knee.
He proposed to
I
me.
proposed to her. Yeah, that's right.
She said-
Casey did too.
she said,
It was
I-
a group effort. It's fine.
Can we talk about this?
We caressed
in
her
private
soft bottom.
somewhere?
Yeah, my soft bottom. It is now strong again. No
Yeah,
worries.
It's now
people.
strong again. Everything's fine, guys. Stop it. But yeah, and here we are, 300 episodes in 6 years. Sean's been here 4.5 years, guys. I mean, that
Goodness.
seems
Yeah,
crazy.
doing all the
does.
shit you don't want to do.
200 episodes you've been here. It'd be interesting to see. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
that's pretty
sorry.
good.
Sorry. Yeah, and you know, Sean does so much behind the scenes. If you're active in our community on the internet, or you're a Patreon supporter, which if you're not, you know, fuck is wrong with you. But
Good point.
you know, he does so much that people don't see, and you know, and it's not easy, especially dealing with, first of all, my schedule, but also with, you know, Eric, you know, you sometimes your kids get sick or you get sick, and Amy, sometimes we get a baseball game or whatever, and we, you know, the schedule, most of the time it's me, but the schedule gets fucked up, and he's got everything lined out, and it's like, hey dude, you know that work you did to set up today? Yeah, we're just not gonna do it.
But
today.
we're going to move this episode to
Yeah.
2 weeks from
Right.
now. So
Yeah.
get those people there.
Yeah, over
if you
there.
ever feel like screaming at Sean because he rescheduled your 5 questions,
Yeah,
just don't.
Don't.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
It's not
just
his
doing
fault.
what he's asked to do.
100%. It is for sure one of us, and most of the time me. You know, and definitely don't say anything mean to me, especially on the internet, because I will ruin your fucking day.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
no.
I saw your little thing today, yesterday, whatever. You're a troll or
Oh,
you're
troll.
Yeah, the guy,
whatever.
and I just go, man, that is the most complex sentence I've ever readed.
Read it. Or read it.
So good. But anyway, man, 300 episodes. So what started this all, and we didn't even know, Rich and I standing in my kitchen, and it's like, let's start with Back to the Future. Everybody loves that movie, right? And it just so happened that it was the 40th anniversary of that movie, like that week. So we got to launch on a cool, at a cool time. And you know, man, it was the right move for sure. You know, it's got us going. It's so funny because I you know how you were saying you think back to the conversations you had with me before you knew who I was. Like
Yeah.
I think back to like the second episode of Jarrett Goes to the Movies, and I just I remember like trying so hard to like repeat what we had done the first time. So I'm like asking him questions that he had asked me before, like because he was prepped and I never do anything. And so
Good we grew out of that.
and yeah, exactly. And anyway, so I think about that episode all the time where I'm just, God, I am glad that one is hidden. I bet it was fucking terrible.
When did you start when did you guys start bringing on Patreons and all that kind of stuff, like making it official?
Yeah.
This is going to be a long-term thing.
Yeah, into it. I mean, you know, the Patreon thing was, we got set up pretty quick. 5 questions happened on accident. I stole that from Craig Kilborn. He used to do that on his show all the time. And I just did it one day, like being stupid. I was just like, okay, here's 5 random questions. Swear to God, it was never supposed to be a bit. And Rich was
They
like,
never are.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh my God, that was so funny. You should do that all the time. Well, then the next thing you know is that becomes a thing that we have to do each week because that's how we're rewarding our supporters. And at first, I really didn't like it. I actually was like, man, I don't like it. It doesn't seem organic. It's not fun. I don't really enjoy this, right? That has since changed. I do enjoy it. And I love the fact that those that are on 5 questions are our biggest supporters and now friends. You know, we you know, those are people that, you know, they're like part of our lives now, right? I mean, it's a big deal. And so, yeah, but, you know, I guess that's one of the cool aspects of Jarrett Goes to the Movies is that, you know, it just starts with this stupid idea. And honestly, just me just going, okay, fine, whatever. You know, like the deal was made where it's like, I'll come over on Tuesday nights after bedtime and you don't have to do anything. That's how he presented it to me. And that's how it was for a long time, you know? And, but yeah, it's funny that we moved to Friday nights for so long and now everybody's like, yeah, can we go back to Tuesdays?
Tuesdays are nice.
Yeah, because we really like our weekends.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things.
And also, when we do Friday nights, it seems to affect my entire Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
shocking.
can't understand why.
Oh,
I think it's the summertime whenever the Fridays become like oh man,
Yeah,
you know, just because
right.
that's whenever you get in the pool
Oh,
early
man.
that day. And
Well, and like baseball games and stuff sometimes are on Friday nights. And
Yeah.
so later in the spring, I get that too.
Well, it has been an amazing, amazing run. I'm so happy that we're here today to celebrate not 1, but 3 movies. Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2, Back to the Future 3. If you are joining us on Facebook, at one point in this particular broadcast, we will have to boot you because we are not allowed to show movie clips on Facebook. So we will ask you to go over to YouTube or to Twitch to hang with us for the rest of the show. If that's not an option for you, hang tight because we will start our second episode back here in a few hours. But you got a while, so
In the
you can
future.
chill for a while. Yes, we will do that in the future.
Oh.
That's right.
Ooh.
Ooh. In studio today, we have our executive producers. We like to call them the bosses. David Dooley is here. You guys know him, everybody. Give it up for David.
Baylor Bear. Yes, sir. David Dooley. Sick of.
David Dooley is a great friend and a great supporter of everything that I do. And you know, our families are friends. He's a great kid. He doesn't tickle too much with the stash. Yep. You know, and of course he has the laugh that we all love so much. And so David, thanks for being here. Also, Woody Chambers is here, everybody.
Howdy.
Woody used to write us letters from over when he was in the Middle East, up in Iowa.
made Jarrett cry a
I
bunch.
was just about to say, made him cry at least 5 times.
Yeah, for
God,
sure.
I'm so glad I'm not writing those anymore.
But oh yes, exactly.
we are too.
We are
Yeah.
glad you're here, man. And
So
Woody,
glad.
and then then finds his way to Texas, and now a part of our family, not only here on the show, but
And he's going to have
Our
to start writing
everyday
us letters
family.
again because he lives out with a bunch of hillbillies out
Right.
in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, we don't hear from him anymore because he doesn't have good internet.
Yeah, no
Look,
email.
Yeah,
A strong wind out there blows down the one lone tower that we get our AOL from.
Right.
All right, so
Yeah.
AOL.
You should get a messenger
Those
pigeon.
discs.
You know,
Oh.
how long did
You thought
does
about
that
getting
take?
dial-up?
yeah. How about a Raven?
No, what's a phone? We use tin
Or what
cans
one?
and string out there, man.
No, yeah, you pick it up and
Smoke
the operator
signals.
says, "How do you like connect to?"
On the little board, and
Yeah,
she's
you're like,
moving
"Yeah,
all the
yeah."
wires.
Thanks,
One
Joyce.
ringy
take-
dingy.
The general store.
We need whale oil.
Yeah, can you connect me to Mr. Odapope down at the barbershop, please? Well, Woody, we are very, very happy that you are here full time now, and thank you guys for coming in. You guys are actually going to face off for 5 questions on the second episode that we do today.
We are
Yeah.
like literally face to face,
Face to
nose
face,
to nose.
nose to nose, butt to butt.
Well, that's gonna be
Everybody
hard.
bust a nut.
What is that? That can't be real.
No, that can't be either lyrics.
is
to whatever
now.
You're trying to do.
All right. Well, I'll try to follow it, but I'm gonna need more beer.
We have plenty.
We can
have
do that.
lots.
Right on.
We have plenty. So here we are, 300th episode. We had 11 video submissions. I'm assuming from supporters. I actually don't know because Sean loves surprises.
Oh, is this one of those?
Sean does
Don't
love
look at
surprises.
the don't look
So
at the list.
I am not allowed to look at the list, but we are gonna put these in sporadically. So Sean, let's lead off with our first video submission of this 300th episode.
Hey, Jared Goes to the Movies. It's Leah Thompson here, aka Lorraine McFly. And your Patreon supporters want to say congratulations on your 300th episode. That is amazing. Jared, along with Casey, Sean, Amy, and Eric, we all want to help you celebrate 300 amazing episodes of your podcast. And I hear you're going to celebrate it with Back to the Future. So your dreamboats for sure. Be sure to wear your purple Calvin Klein underwear. I want you all to wear that during your 300th episode. Okay. All the very best. Remember, if you put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything. Lots of love. Congratulations.
Wow,
That is
What?
crazy.
That was insane.
I have
all the
video.
goosebumps.
Yeah, I have goosebumps. I have tears in my eyes. That
I
is
was
incredible.
Not expecting that. Oh
No.
my god.
When her face popped up, I was like, "Oh yeah, who is it? Oh my god!"
Yeah, I mean, if she only knew the things
I
I
was-
did to myself.
I was literally about to say, like, I was like, God, I hope she doesn't bring up the Howard the Duck situation.
It is. Oh,
Oh,
43
wow.
minutes in, man. There it was. Just wow, that was
That is amazing.
incredible. Thank you to our Patreon supporters.
So, Dooley, go ahead and explain that.
I don't need to do a big explanation.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Well,
It's just a core group
That's great.
of
Yeah.
longtime supporters.
yeah.
Wanted to get
That
together
is
and do something.
amazing.
Headed up by
Wow.
someone who you could probably figure out on your own.
Man,
Who does a lot of stuff for you.
I know
Yeah.
exactly who it was. Yes. Thank you, Kate, MVP.
That's
she,
That is
Incredible.
amazing.
that I mean, honestly, I don't know that you could have blown me away any more than that.
I understand now why Sean wanted it.
I
to
get it.
be a
Yeah.
thing.
And we were fucking with him and he just sat here. Like he just took it, right? He just sat here.
Sean, can you do a side by side of that video playing as well as all of our reactions at the same
Oh
time?
my goodness. It was the problem is we didn't have video of it
TikTok?
because it was we were off camera.
Man,
But Kate is of course trying not to take credit. She's saying it's John Gickler's idea, but all of you guys, you're just amazing. You already support us so very much, and I'm speechless. I really am. I'm absolutely speechless. It's pretty weird to like. Again, I'm going to be honest. Her saying my name, it reminded me a lot.
store that away.
There's a lot.
Yeah,
Me
oh,
and
yeah.
her spent a lot of time together.
I saw him shit in his chair.
Jared, do we need to take another break?
We might need to.
Ooh. Like, I gotta go
Yeah.
make pee real quick.
6
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, I mean, she said,
No.
said my name like 4 times because the name of the show, my name's in it. And
Woo.
stuff, so,
You're famous.
yeah, because I am. And wow, that was amazing. Yeah, I mean, and what, was such a big actress to me, like, because she was in Space Camp and Howard the Duck, and she was in, what's the movie with Eric Stoltz and
Back to the Future.
No. Oh my God, good one.
Almost.
I'll think of it in a minute. It's it's a love triangle sitch, and the girl that plays the drums that looks like a boy but she's actually hot in real life. And I just keep thinking somebody's gonna put
Hillary
it.
Boys
Swank?
Don't Cry.
No, it's not Two of a Kind.
Hillary
I'm
Swank.
talking about Lori Petty.
Maybe.
But are you talking about Romance in the Stone?
No. Not
No.
no. I'm romancing the stone, never leaving your poor heart alone, every night and every day.
Who are you
Seen Romancing
imitating
the
there?
Bone.
I'm not really imitating anybody. I think that was Eddie Grant, if I'm not mistaken. I believe
What?
I believe that's who, Some Kind of Wonderful. That's what it was. I knew somebody would come through.
Thank you, chat.
But tons of movies. And then she actually had her own show that was a sitcom.
Caroline in the City.
Caroline
I
in the
watched it
City.
every morning.
Yeah, it was on for a long time.
Before I knew that I'd grow up and marry a
Caroline.
man that did weird things to himself, watching Howard the Duck.
Because he's like, I love this show.
Leah
And Jared
Thompson.
sheepishly like, oh, I guess I do too.
This is how
Kind of.
boring it was to be in puberty back then, though.
She was
Is that
also-
it was just a panty scene.
in the cinematic masterpiece Jaws 3D.
It was either that
Yeah,
Was
you
she?
really had to work
Was she
for it.
really? She was in Jaws 3D,
Yep.
which makes
and
it
Red
funny.
Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
In Red Dawn, yeah. But the thing about Red Dawn is they made her and Jennifer Grey not look like themselves. You know what I mean? Like they were supposed to be just kind of like
Grubby
grubby.
Bad
yeah,
decision.
and they were. Yeah, exactly.
Do they kiss in that?
They don't.
in my
No.
mind.
Yeah, I mean
Boo.
together. Yeah, right.
Dang it.
You know, and Jennifer Grey still had her nose, which I think was part of her whole thing. And then,
Yep.
you know, like why do they do that? Debbie Gibson did it too. Like, just keep that thing. I like
Keep that big beak.
It's a nice beak.
It's
yeah.
a good beak.
It's a good resonator.
Keep that thing.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
goodness gracious. So
It's a little naughty, but you know.
Well, you know, 300 episodes. You know, we've had so many changes. Man, at one point it looked like a spaceship in here. There were cameras coming from the ceiling.
Yeah.
You had to duck to walk through and stuff like that. And then
No,
we actually have COVID to thank for this.
you had to
Mhm.
duck and step at the same time
Yeah.
right over all the
Not
shit
good
that was on
for
the
me.
floor.
It was terrible. I hate, and there is.
I hated it. I was just a picture of a Barbie doll for like 2 years.
That's right.
That's
you didn't have a
true.
camera.
No.
That's right.
And we would watch the clips on the TV
The
hanging
TVs.
from all over the place.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and then
craziness.
COVID happened, and the StreamYard thing came to
Sean
play.
said nay.
It just became a great thing. Yeah. I mean, it's better. It's better with just these cameras anyway.
What'd you do with all those cameras?
They're in the closet.
Cool.
What you gonna do with I mean, they're with
In
the
the bathrooms.
$6,000 computer, like all of
Yeah.
that gear, like that.
That's an
Basically,
expensive closet.
the first 4 years
It
to
is
5
an
years of
expensive closet,
Patreon, like all of that money went to buying shit for this thing.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, and it's all just in the closet.
That
Cool.
awesome computer.
Because now we all
Yeah.
have laptops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we needed.
Yeah, we just needed laptops the whole time. Yeah,
We couldn't
But,
have known then.
couldn't have known.
We couldn't.
But yeah, we've come a long way, and here we are. We have, almost 200 Patreon
Wow.
subscribers. I'm finally catching up on perks, so they're all stoked. They got luggage tags and they got chopsticks. So if you're not a Patreon supporter at the $10 and up level, you are really missing out.
I've got to sign up for that.
Can you
I
imagine?
want
I
any of
really
the
should.
stuff. I want some of the stuff.
You can
Yeah,
have
it's
the
good
stuff.
stuff.
I sent out a thing that said, if you want chopsticks, you just, and then Kate
Yes.
even said, who do I need to order chopsticks for? And I said, nobody answered me.
I
You
thought
should
you
say-
just
you should
had
Well, I
say
already
my
have
lovely
mine.
wife.
How would I
Always.
just have them with your name on them, Eric?
I don't know. That's not
You
the-
don't give money.
I'm
You're
just
supposed
asking
to
a
know
question.
me.
You actually cost us money. you take from the Patreon.
Okay, I want Eric's too.
Yeah.
I just want
Give her both the chopsticks.
I'm not gonna
anything
have
personalized. I want mine and Eric's.
It would be funny to like order like 6 sets of Eric Dillo chopsticks that we just have. You know,
And I don't get it.
people are like, "What is this?" Oh no, it's the brand. You know what? I
It's
don't
the
know, but
brand.
you don't get any. Yeah, that's right.
Fine.
It's the brand.
Me and
Mine
Amy will
is
take one
chopsticks and
chopstick
Amy.
each.
Yeah.
You are
We'll
more
have
than
to
welcome
tandem
to some
eat.
chopsticks.
I'll feed you.
Anytime. By the way, another thing that Kate did. Those of you now that you have the chopsticks, I can tell y'all how this went down. I mean, they were sold out forever and ever. Then I started to do it, and they were sold out of the boxes. And so, like, I mean, I started this almost a year ago. June was when I started to try and get the chopsticks last year, right? So finally got it all figured out or whatever, and they wouldn't let me do a bulk order.
Easy for you to say.
A bulk order, a bulk
Oh,
order.
it got better.
They would not let me do a bulk order for personalized stuff because I needed them all sent to different. I didn't want a bunch of personalized shit sent to me
Here.
and then me have to sort it out and send it to everybody else. I'm like, why wouldn't we just send it from the thing? So Kate actually went in and did each order one by one. Talk about tedious, and she just does that shit because she's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah.
People love this in us too much
Yeah,
to be doing stuff
you know,
like that.
well, it's very. She's the best.
Yeah,
and,
Kate, if you keep doing stuff like that, I'm gonna have to start doing more stuff around here. So you're gonna have to fucking pump the brakes, okay?
Can I get like novelty size chopsticks? Like the size
Oh,
of this
that's right. Everything
pencil
Eric gets is just going
is
to be large.
novelty.
Dude, you know what we should do? We should send everybody one of those. And send everybody the large Eric Dillo pencil.
It really works.
You know, that is a good idea.
You know,
Stick that behind her ear.
Well,
What a stupid thing. All that happened was just a pencil got left on a stool too
Yeah.
long.
yeah.
And like, I don't know.
And then
I
it
just-
morphed.
yeah, I showed up one day and just I know what this is here.
It's ridiculous.
Everything's ridiculous.
so 300 episodes, as I've said several times, podcasts don't really get to this point. I commend us too for very, very few weeks where we didn't have a show. Even the other podcasts that I do, Rockstar Dad, whatever, we have to take weeks off sometimes. We just can't get to it. And somehow we've managed to not only watch a movie, but get in here and do the show every single week. I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. This show is, of course, brought to you by Woody Chambers and David Dooley, who are right here on the couch. We are about to talk about Back to the Future 1. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our Patreon supporters are also producers, and they are Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Angie Thorin, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris, the $12 Million Man Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David, the Original Murray, Dennis Hop, Denny Chambers, Diana Wheeler, Diane freaking Small, Dom Surfing Bird Petretta, Ernie Soulman McCracken, God damn it, Gage Strickland, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, Harry Dixon Cox, a Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Jake Miltonberger, Dr. Jason Ellsworth and Kidney Pete, Jay Palladino, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Josh Hanlon, Josh Millman, MVP Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim, Frosting on the Beater Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, Les Zaldor Zaluski, Lily Holohan, Lindsay, Sponsel, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Melody Ortloff, Michael Price, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray. Rodon has COVID, by the way. So sending positive vibes there to him. He dodged
negative vibes.
Hi-oh, ding, 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 ding.
That's true.
He sent me like the most English way to tell me too. It's like, dodge the fucking bugger for 2 years or something like that, But
I regretfully inform you.
I regret to inform you, my friend Jarrett, that I have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus here in the UK.
Good day and cheerio.
Talk to you later. Anyway, Rodden, I hope you get better soon. So did you get to experience this while you were there with me, though, that like they do that on the signs? Like the signs instead was like, if it's just like here, it would just say, please close the door, right?
If you would please
mind
the door behind you.
Yeah, if you would please make sure that the door does not stay ajar because wind tends to blow in and makes the staff colder than they should be.
Like, yeah, we get it.
No, I would not read that whole thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You could literally, like, you're just standing in front of like a toilet. It's like, please do flush the toilet, as sometimes people don't, and it starts to leave a bloody horrible smell into whatever. I don't know. Anyway, just all of the words.
Nope.
Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sarah the Undertaker DeAngelis, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom Murray, Trey Wren, Vinny, no fucking clue, 2 wins, Cataldo. I didn't realize we had it. I didn't realize.
Kept going.
Vinny's on here. I gotta say, again, I'm calling people out randomly as I go. You're all so special, but Vinny always brings a smile to my face. It's been really, really fun having him, on. And anyway,
Me too.
Wendy, what's the matter? Who is queen of the podcast, Woody Chambers, and Svi Hurst, everybody. Woo! Good job, us. Good job, us. Now, we do have a Patreon movie review. Oh, no, we don't. It's just in my... Okay, there's nothing there. Not available. We're going to talk about Back to the Future. This is a PG 1985 sci-fi comedy, 1 hour, 56 minutes. 8.6 on IMDb, 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I want to meet the 4% miserable fucking piece of shit human beings.
I don't know how
who don't like Back to the Future.
Right? Like I really do think Back to the Future, and this is a timely thing to say, but I feel like Back to the Future are like the Foo Fighters. It's like the Foo Fighters of music. Like nobody doesn't like the Foo Fighters.
Bunch of fucking miserable cocksuckers.
I had a friend one time, actually just not even that long ago, said, Yeah, my kids want to do a movie tonight and a movie night tonight, and I let my son pick, and he's picking Back to the Future, and I fucking hate Back to the Future. And I did, and I was just like, what? Like,
yeah, who hates
Are y'all
Back
still
to the-
friends?
well, I was like, yeah, who the fuck hates Back to the Future? I'm like, even if you didn't like have like any strong feelings about it, like who hates it? And she goes, I'll be honest, I've never seen it, but I don't fucking want to watch that. And I was like,
You can't do
I
that.
was like, who just like
Lots
just like
of people do that all the time.
exclaims like,
Yeah.
I hate Back to the Future. She just
Right.
didn't. She just had a
No.
movie she wanted to watch instead.
Probably
Yeah.
the people that hate Beetlejuice.
Oh,
No.
good
Or Arthur.
point.
Oh yeah.
There's weird blankets of people, it's like this whole thing. I put out this country record, and people on the internet are just like, oh man, I would support you, but I hate country. And it's like, that's an odd blanket to put over things. Like, because where do you draw the line? So you're saying you hate Johnny Cash? Like, who the fuck hates Johnny
That's the
Cash?
thing. I'm so sick of people being like, I fucking hate country music, and then tattooing Dolly Parton all over their ass.
Right.
Fuck off. Like,
what
you
a
like country
great
music.
point. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like, well, and I have admitted this, Casey. I've said this in a bunch of interviews over the last couple of weeks. Is I blanket the blues. I say I fucking hate the blues, and then I'll be singing some John Mayer song, and my wife will go, John Mayer plays the blues.
Yeah, that
just
sounds pretty
FYI."
fucking bluesy to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's so bluesy. Go, okay,
Plays
well,
them
then,
pretty well.
fuck it. You're right. I don't hate the blues. I just can't stand this Stevie Ray Vaughan motherfucker. I don't know.
That
I don't
hurts my
like it.
soul, but that's okay.
God, it's
Yeah.
boring.
You can't just go around saying that in Texas. Ugh.
That's a
Yeah, but he
hot-
doesn't like anything that's even remotely like abstract because the pop punk and the power chords. But like it's like
Oh,
Jarrett,
no.
Jarrett, we'll give you a minute and a half
No.
rebuttal here.
Said it out
He
loud.
Should we
Is
take
my-
a brisket
Is my
break?
nose bleeding?
No.
So,
Not
he
yet.
hates like
Right.
jazz and blues because it can be
anything with feeling.
anything that can
That's
be
fucking okay. She's right.
where people can just like take liberties and like go off the beating, like just like a little bit. Like he does not like it to be like abstract at all.
I
beating
that's
path?
He
probably
likes the-
true.
yeah, I know. I stopped myself. I stopped myself. No,
I tend to stay away from the beating path as
Yeah.
well as a woman,
I look for it.
not me.
I keep walking down
Keep
that
the
son of a
passion.
bitch
Yeah.
left and right. I don't know what's
Tried.
wrong with me.
I love the beating.
Didn't work
But you
for
don't.
me.
You don't like abstract music. You like the predictability of which people do. People's brains like
I do too.
predictability. That's why pop
I do
music is
too.
popular.
And whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to predictability? Pretty damn bluesy, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your version of it is.
But so, okay, here's what. First of all, yes, you're right. But blues is the most predictable kind of music that's ever been. It's literally that's why everybody plays it because it's fucking easy. You just play the blues.
If it's so easy, why don't you grab one of those guitars and play it for
I
us?
can fucking anybody can play. I
I don't think I know the difference. I'm gonna be honest.
Between what?
Blues, bluegrass, like all of the jazz, all the different things. If you were to play something for me, I don't think I would be able to name it.
I think
I would just say it's a little different.
No, I think
Trivia
you
round
would.
coming up
I
would be
think you
better
would
than you
actually.
think.
I
Blues
think
to
you
me
would.
would be like New Orleans jazz type bluesy
See,
music.
jazz.
But
Yup.
bluegrass would be like
twangy.
banjo.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a pretty
Mandolins,
mouth.
Yeah, bluegrass. You would know. It's
Yeah.
fucking
It's
old brother.
twangy.
We're up out.
Yeah.
You would know what bluegrass. is.
Okay.
With
With a couple
Really
forks
good.
I don't know.
or spoons.
Old Crow Medicine
John Five
Show
made a
Had a little bit of
bluegrass
bluegrass.
record.
Yeah.
It did not.
You know
sound
what?
like
I
that.
look. I'm. What I'm saying is, I was trying to admit that I shouldn't do that.
Can we
Sorry,
go
I
back to
said
the
the
part
thing
where
about
you
the power chords.
listen-
No,
where you sing
but you're
John
not. First of all, it only hurt because in the mid '90s, that was very true. I did not know how to play anything.
Yeah, I mean, what do you-
I actually am way better at guitar now than I say that I am to people because it's fun to be terrible at shit,
Mhm.
But I'm still not any good.
That's not true.
I'm not. any
You're
good.
just doing the same thing that you just said that you already
Used to
do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's you're right. I really am actually. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm tearing. I like to build myself up just to. Tear
I mean, I
myself
don't
back down.
know.
the self-deprecation
I guess I'm
sandwich.
an okay guitar player for a guy with a Grammy nomination. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, it
Whatever.
doesn't take ability as far as instrumentation to write a good song.
Yeah, ask
and
No
everybody,
Doubt.
everybody.
Oh, no. You went there.
I'm still mad at them
Holy
for a
shnikes.
Grammy award.
They
I didn't
did.
know
I
you were
actually
nominated
do.
for.
You know, when I oh, I'm so
Don't
sorry I cut you off.
No,
But
what?
when I smoked drugs with the keyboard player for Bon Jovi, I said we lost a Grammy together, and he just goes, "Oh, which one?"
Oh.
Ouch.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That hurts.
You mean you've lost more than one?
He's like, well, we won 80, so the 2 we lost, not that memorable.
Son of a bitch in pants. Amy, what were you gonna say? Do you remember?
Oh, if No Doubt is on the radio, I'll change it.
Yeah, fuck them. No, listen, I met their drummer at this charity thing that I did where I was in a band with John 5, which that's another point of contention with me and my wife, because I was really cool, but it wasn't that cool to me. Like, I was more excited that Scott Ian from Anthrax was in the band.
I thought it was super cool.
And my wife like fucking loves John 5, right? So, and he was very nice and gracious. But I met the drummer for No Doubt, and his son is a Bowling for Soup fan, which was cool. So, oh shit, I guess I need to, you know what I've stopped doing? And maybe it's just because I do it so much.
Jared's opening
Caring.
Karen's
Just
opening
caring.
up.
No, I go, you know what I've done? You know what I've stopped doing? And he just goes, caring.
Oh,
Jarrett let me meet John 5 at Download Festival, like 2014.
Here's Johnny.
I always just like imagine that I'm gonna just be like, because I talk to strangers all day long. It's fine, and I'm just like, I've me and you're you. Hi, like,
Yeah.
like,
It was very, very much like, I mean, and you
I
were
was like, I immediately
be
don't want to
honest-
be here anymore.
to be
I
honest.
could not
that
imagine
sounds-
you in that
I don't
situation.
like it.
can't.
I mean, you were
either.
22. You weren't far off being an awkward teenager.
It's only happened because I've have met lots of famous people now, like, but I'm pretty good in a lot of situations. But there's just certain ones where I'm just like, I don't fucking know words anymore.
He was in a conversation actually at the
Thank
time,
you.
and number Johnny Fife.
Yeah,
That's what I've
a
been
life
thinking.
Right, it's not
Is
that.
alive.
Short circuit.
It's not that.
No
Which
disrespect.
I mean, yeah, he
My
was
name is
good.
B, and I smell it then.
the fact.
No,
the-
that's not simple.
Hello, honey. What is for dinner? And he goes.
I
He
don't
goes.
think you can
Well,
say
did
that
you
anymore.
did you guys do
Oh, you
anything?
can't say a
Did you
lot of
guys
it.
do anything? Well, we kissed. Did she stick her tongue down your throat?
Anyway, he's a guitar player for Marilyn Manson, and then there was Rob Zombie, and it was the whole thing.
Oh,
and,
John-
he's just like a really freakishly talented guitar player.
Yeah,
John
good for that
Lowry.
Who
guy.
like
Is that his name for real?
It's Mike Lowry.
Silence. Just it's Mike Lowry. Oh, this is great. We haven't
Mhm.
even started one episode yet, and we got 3 today,
I
guys.
don't need to.
Oh, I love it. Hey, anyway.
Hey,
So, hey, baby,
Hey.
if you, hey, Wrangler, hey,
yeah,
Go
hey,
and get.
Wrangler, budget for this 19 million, which would be 52 million today, right?
okay, that's reasonable.
Goodness.
Okay. Box office on this movie, 388 million, which today would be $1.1 billion.
Dang.
That's a bunch of money.
Bunch of money. Yeah. What do you think? What you think Huey Lewis? Because he's pretty smart, I think. Like, do you think he negotiated?
What makes you think that?
Well, he sued dipshit for stealing Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
from him.
Ray Parker Jr.
Ray Parker Jr. He owns. When you hear Ghostbusters, that money goes to Huey Lewis.
I mean, it didn't help the defense case that the producers of that movie went to Huey Lewis first
and he turned it down.
and said no.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God, 2 months later, here's a song that sounds exactly like it.
Yeah.
That can't help at all.
It's fucking. Do you know what we're talking about?
I'm putting it together.
So
I'm assuming that they
Ghostbusters-
asked him. He said no, so they found a sound alike.
No. So not a sound alike.
music.
They basically took his song "I Want a New Drug"
Riff, yeah.
and they made it into Ghostbusters,
Got
the
it.
theme, and it's even the phrasing and stuff is all very, who you gonna call? I want a new drug, like
Oh.
it's pretty fucked up. But anyway, he won, and he owns that song. I had to sue a band one time.
Who?
There's a band called 23 May.
Pilots.
I believe,
Oh
is what
yeah,
it's
you got to
called.
have that. You got to pull it up. It's so freaking crazy every time.
They took the music or the melody from Punk Rock 101 and then used the subject matter of Girl the Bad Guys Want and made a song down in Australia. And it was huge. It was the Coca-Cola song of the summer in Australia. And so this is like the beginning of the really internet. Well, I mean, this was probably 2004 or 5 because the song both those songs have been out for a minute. And yeah, that one. So
You've got to.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, somebody has to
All
find
right,
it
I'll
because
pull it
we
up.
found it on YouTube before, and it's like It's like, okay, I'm sure, the power chords and the stuff. No, it's like exactly the same.
Now you're saying it all
Power chords
smush
and the
smush.
stuff. All right. The problem with listening to this for me personally is that I've never heard the song Punk Rock 101.
No.
So it's not going to.
It's crazy.
I won't.
The rest of us will get it.
Put it together.
I don't know.
Anyway, Jared always says like everybody fucking steals shit from everybody, right? Like as far in music, like, but this is insane.
Yeah, there's a
too
too close point.
Yeah.
May leather and tattoos.
Sounds hot already.
Yeah, it's hot. Okay, here it comes. Ready?
Triple hot.
Leather and
It was
tattoos
the
in
song of the
Australia is
summer.
hot.
There's the song. And they're like on a TV in the video, like it starts out exactly the same. I feel bad for this. I feel like I'm shoving it in their face.
Are you making
You
money
should.
as this plays?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that they're watching as fans?
Bon Jovi broke up.
Same song.
Yeah, that's
It's insane.
Wow,
Isn't that crazy?
That is
that
crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah,
They straight up said, "Fuck your couch."
they said fuck your
That's
couch.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we listen to songs all the time, and we're always like, "Oh my god, this song sounds just like this song," and that just happens, but not like that.
Mm-mm.
They probably thought you'd never know about it. They're in Australia.
down under.
You're
And
here.
Somebody, Alicia is saying, is it okay that I like the song? Yeah, I fucking wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice. Both of them.
Somebody just mashed it up for him.
No, and so basically they came to their when the legalities thing started. It was just like I wrote both those songs with Butch Walker, so that basically we kind of just went in and they were like, hey, if you guys follow through with this suit, they're gonna be ruined forever. And we were like, yeah, we're not here to, we're just gonna take it. Like, we don't need any of the back money, because they had made a lot of money on it. You get the Coca-Cola song of the summer, even in a fucking country like Australia, it's fucking huge. They had to have gotten 80-100 grand.
So you guys friends now, or
No, I've never spoken to them.
you don't know if they're bitter about it, or
I don't know how that
I
could
don't
be.
really care.
or maybe just sit there and go,
cares?
why would you care? I guess we.
I bet they were
don't
probably
know.
pretty thankful that they made a good amount of money.
Look,
Yeah, and that
before.
they didn't have to
You
give
didn't
any
come
of it
after that.
back.
Yeah,
Hey,
you didn't
stop
come after that.
I think I can honestly say that pretty 98% of the people who meet me think I'm the nicest person they've ever met. And see, 98% of the people in the room.
That other 2% hate Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Hey-o. It's good taste.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Anyway, I don't wish them ill will, and I understand even if it was just an earworm and accidents happen, but I think when things are that blatant, there's no way that someone didn't point it out at some point and go, there's producers and managers and this and this and this involved, you know
No,
what I mean?
that's a whole team that
So,
were like, yeah,
exactly.
go for it.
Everybody
Let's
was,
see if they even catch
Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm sure the band were like, okay, what are we gonna get, the Coca-Cola song of the summer or something?
How long did that take, that legal process, though? I've always wondered.
It was quick because it was just
because you guys didn't drag it on. Like,
no,
Yeah.
it was very, very fast. It was letters. It was we are 50-50 on Girl the Bad Guys Want, but Butch actually has a higher percentage than me on Punk Rock 101. That because we each brought 2 songs in and we each had more than, it doesn't matter, but he has a higher percentage. So EMI took the lead. That's his publisher at the time. And they took the lead on the thing. And it's a letter just basically saying,
Oh,
hey, here's what's going on. They write back, if you guys sue these guys, they're fucked. So we just wrote back, we'll just take the song from now on. And yeah, it shows up in my statements. It doesn't, 18 cents a year or
Yeah,
something.
mailbox
like that.
money, baby.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's not even enough for a gumball at the mall at the big gumball stand.
Do they still sell
Inflation.
gumballs?
Yeah, they
individual
$4.
gumballs.
They're $4.
You have to
$4.
slide your
Yeah,
credit
exactly.
card and
No, it is. It's like 4 quarters, right, or something
Yeah.
like that. And there's a change machine there. Which when do you even explaining to a child why you never have what it takes to stick in one of those things is the fucking worst.
Story of my life.
You know?
the kids bring me, so they'll come to me with their iPads and go, "Oh, this Minecraft bullshit is $4.99." I'm like, I'm not spending any more money on this thing. And then they'll go to their rooms and be like, "Oh, I have this birthday money, $5 bill." And I just look at it like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Yep. That
There's
just happened this
literally
morning in my
nothing.
house.
I just put it in a drawer. Like,
Yeah.
and one
and then give
day-
it back to you
Yes,
later.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
put
For
it in a
good
birthday
grades.
card or
Yeah.
something
It'll
later
come
on.
back
I just
later.
look at it like, what? Okay, $5.
Or for maybe parking at some event.
So
That's
maybe-
the only other time.
question. Cash.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, we're driving into park. We went and saw John Mulaney the other night. Amy couldn't go because she had a tooth removed, and so which sounds like you're a pussy, but like it was like an operate, like it was a whole
Oh
thing.
yeah,
You
I
were,
was like under. Yeah, it was the whole thing.
you were like under and shit. It wasn't
She
like
was
a,
on pain med. She just
yeah, that's
chilling.
what I'm saying. Like
No,
it's
it's
not. But
fine.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, he hurt his elbow is different than he had 2 pins put into his fucking arm. You know, he can't go through metal detectors anymore. You know,
That's
like,
fair.
that's completely. Anyway, so we go to see John Mulaney, and we're driving up, and Ashley Fisher's wife goes, she goes, "Oh my God, do we need cash?" And and everybody starts scrambling for cash or whatever. And I'm like, this place, and this is true, American Airlines and anything associated with it at the stadium, at the arena, you are not allowed to use cash ever. So like everything is card there now, which I think the world should be just like that.
That was
right?
the same somewhere. We just went somewhere and it was a cashless event. And I
Yeah,
can't
you shouldn't have
remember
to.
what it was.
But here's the thing: they got to get some shit under control. Like the thing about cashless is you can't tip on the app. You can tip the people at Sonic, but you can't tip them if you don't have the app. That's bullshit.
I felt so guilty for so long about going to Sonic,
yeah,
doing the order, putting my card in the interface.
Yeah.
They bring my food out. I just have to look at them like I'm a fucking dickhead for
Right.
not tipping. But this is this has been around for a long
time.
fucking
Yeah.
Yeah,
time.
I
And if you
mean-
wanted me to tip, if
Mhm.
you wanted to make it easy on me,
yeah,
you'd already have an option on the screen.
Yeah.
or
I
on the
remember when they
paper.
went to the card in the slot.
Yeah.
Like before, the car hop would have to take your card inside, run it,
yeah,
bring out the receipt, and you could tip on the receipt.
right.
But since they put that little slot right there in the carport,
Mhm.
then you can't do that.
Not my
do it
fucking
anymore.
problem.
Well, so I do the exact same thing every time. I order on the app, and so not every restaurant though. So like if you're traveling or whatever, you can't always do it, but most of them you can tip, and it's even cool. It'll just be like you can round up, to the next thing. Plus, if you get the app, all your drinks are half price all the time.
And appetizers.
Nice.
Which, by the way, I
All your
will
ocean water.
I will drive up to Sonic in a stall,
Mhm.
get on the app, order it because I get nervous ordering in person. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Don't want to
Okay,
talk to
I
someone.
get it.
I will order in the app to my stall, pay for it, tip, everything right there.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
have to
do
talk
too.
to a person.
No. That's the point of the whole
I
thing.
love it.
Plus, not like some shitty prosper teenager that's back there going, "What?" Like I fucking hate
Yes.
it. Like it's not just a person you're talking to. It's
You
like
know,
the
they are not
last
people.
person you want to be talking to through a fucking
Ugh.
machine.
As he breathes into the microphone.
Oh my god!
The,
Somebody look up the Prosper fucking Sonic. It
The
has like
reviews.
one
reviews
star.
are so
awful.
bad. It's so bad. And they
I will
don't give a
drive
fuck.
to Salina.
They don't give up. Me too.
That's
Yeah, me
the
too.
one in Farmersville is just as bad.
Is
It's-
it really bad?
We don't go there anymore. We can't.
Yeah,
And it's the only restaurant in Farmersville.
it's the
Oh,
only
that is
thing you
so
have.
sad.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Is that like we're sort of out of options. We don't have a lot yet. We've got more than we did.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
we don't have a lot of choices. It's like, hey, we've got 30 minutes to figure out dinner. It's like, okay, we doing
We have
snow or
5,
cheese? What
yeah.
are we doing? It's either way. Well, now, Eric, we've done this movie 2 times. Did you do a synopsis for the the first Back to the
I've
Future
seen
one?
these movies
Everybody knows
a
what
trillion
happens.
times.
Okay, so basically, I can tell you what happens in the movie Back to the Future 1. Essentially, they start out in 1985.
You were just waiting, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
It was the best year ever. 1984 was pretty great too, but it doesn't rhyme with preoccupied.
Yeah,
1985 brought you me.
Yeah, see, best year ever.
1984 was
And-
when Marvin Gaye died.
Oh,
that sucks.
That's gay.
Well,
That's
Oh, we can't say that
Come on,
anymore.
Marvin.
Oh,
so is the
damn it.
movie 300 on a scale from 1 to 10.
We were gonna do that. maybe.
Yeah, I like that movie.
Well, we had talked about doing that instead of this, but we couldn't. We wouldn't be as hammered as we're
Sean
gonna
is,
be.
no, we're not doing that. And
Yeah.
301 was even worse.
1985, a big year. And okay, so we don't have a synopsis. Hopefully, you guys know what.
Well, I mean, I can give you a synopsis. I just feel like we've done it.
I feel like I just did it.
It
You just
happened.
wanted an excuse to
I just wanted to sing the song.
Springsteen.
But yeah, that whole thing.
Way before Nirvana.
Yeah,
But didn't Nirvana's Bleach album come out in like 89? So it's not like a
yeah, but before they were.
before.
The point is they weren't on the radio yet.
Okay.
It was way before.
And music was still on MTV,
Yeah.
Indeed, it was.
Yeah.
not Jersey Shore or
No,
I don't
Real
think I can
World.
name I don't think I can name one current
Eric,
MTV television
I am not
show.
joking with you. It is literally ridiculousness is on 24 hours a day.
And
on
what
that
is
show.
that?
Yeah.
It's
That's
that
the
Rob
Dyrdek.
Yeah,
Rob Dyrdek thing. It's Rob Dyrdek's Tosh.0.
It sounds
Yep.
hot.
He just shows a bunch of people falling.
That's it. And
Okay,
then
but
there's
that is funny.
Oh, and then
It
that
is funny. It's not
awful
music.
And
woman
then,
on that show that laughs.
yeah, what's her name?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
It's like what's the polka
She's
dots
terrible.
in a kid's room? Chappelle, no,
Chevron.
Stippling?
Chanel. Her name is Chanel.
Shouldn't-
Chevron.
You're right.
Chevron
Or
in a kid's room.
Chanel.
Samsonite.
There you
I
go.
was way
Chanel.
off.
Her laugh,
Swanny.
please, if anybody wants to just vomit on command, just look up her laugh.
Yeah.
It is awful.
What
pretty
is
bad.
worse, Amy?
Yes.
Her laugh
Okay.
or the mom from Ryan's Toys review?
Oh, I would take that laugh any day.
Yes.
I would.
Ooh.
Stuck on a desert island with
Yep.
one of them, and you're not allowed to murder them.
Well, dude,
The
this
chick
is
with the
easy.
laugh.
The fucking Chanel chick is kind of hot.
No, but I don't give a shit about that. But
well,
can-
you
okay.
would if you had to
You
look at him
should.
every day.
no, here's the thing. I could listen to Ryan's Toy Review mom just talk, but if it's only the laugh I hear, if she's not allowed to talk,
Yeah.
Chanel, if it's just a laugh, Ryan's.
Man, have fun with fucking that.
Oh, she's not
I
allowed
never
to
said I was
talk.
going to fuck whatever I was on the island with.
But you're all alone. I thought it was implied.
No.
You have to listen to their voice and have sexual
and you have to have
intercourse with
sex
them.
with them.
Yeah.
of course.
else are
That's such a-
Well, no. Okay, then neither. I would strangle both of them
Yeah.
You
You
said you couldn't
can't.
kill him.
at the same time.
Okay.
Listen. First of all,
I've never been afraid of you before.
Ryan's toy review. I mean,
I actually think the dad might be more annoying than the mom.
No, no.
They all are.
They all are.
They all
He
are.
sounds
To
like
some
Kermit going
degree.
through
No.
puberty.
I know, but the mom, man, it is. Everett was really into that shit for a while,
Yeah.
and then he wasn't. And now they've got like a show where
Yeah,
they
like a real
a real show,
thing.
right? Where they have guests and they do like shit. And his sisters are on there now. Like there's right? Are they little
Yeah,
twins?
they're twins.
Yeah. So they're on there now, and whatever.
I want them to get eaten by a bear, all of them.
But what?
Yeah, that would be
Oh.
just fine.
But man, I hate it so much because I don't really like to dislike people for shit that they can't help, But that woman's voice, man, I can't goddamn do it.
I think she can help that though. I don't think that's her real voice.
No,
I think that is a
It's like Gilbert
Hyped up.
Gottfried. Like he doesn't wake up and talk like that.
yeah.
to
I
his
think it's a
agent on
hyped
the
up
phone.
thing to get kids
like, "Oh,
involved.
hello,
She thinks that
Dave."
it's super cute and it's not.
yeah, maybe.
But I think Chanel. I
Yeah,
think
what
that's
is
her real
Bob-
laugh.
it is, yeah.
Bobcat Goldthwait
gotta be.
or what-
No.
oh,
Yeah, there's no
She
way.
can't
I
control
think
it.
that laugh got her the show.
And I'm a really funny person,
Well,
and I
should have
can't
a
listen to
fucking
that
show
laugh.
then.
Well, that's the thing, right? If you were or I were stuck on it, and we would not ever be funny again, because you'd just be like, I can't make her laugh anymore. I'm just gonna
Exactly.
be
It
stern
would
faced.
can we
kill.
just-
It would kill my soul.
Can we establish now if it's not you that needs to go pee, that we can just like get up and go pee, because we're gonna be
I have
drinking
to
all day.
Give me a
I
second.
gotta pee.
Give me a second. Let me at least just get into this movie.
Okay, I'm just we just
Just a
just
tip.
go.
Let me get into the movie. And yes, that's fine.
Okay.
The only thing is,
I won't get up in the mid conversation.
thank you. But the only thing is if you get up during the episode and I'm not allowed to, then I get to say whatever I want about you and play any clips that I want.
That's fine.
I'm
I need a
okay with
bottle.
that.
What do I care?
All right. Okay. All right.
I don't give a shit.
She's
He's
like,
got like one
she's like, I'm
drop on
safe
there.
as a kitten over here. Like, it's,
Those were
okay, those are.
I think I have one sound
those were-
clip.
In his defense, those were big
And
wieners.
that's it.
Sean, let's get into Back to the Future.
So wearing a backwards baseball hat on this show. I thought I had to be rich.
Are they not hearing anything?
The audio is
Oh. Can they hear us right now? No, we're muted.
Is that Rob?
Oh, we do a take one on this.
Woody, you were on there a minute ago.
Yeah, that was for the video submission.
So they can't hear us. No. You were on 5 questions with Gickler, I think. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh, that was
here we are.
amazing. Oh my
Wow.
God.
Nice.
Woo-hoo! There is our review of Back to the Future 1. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Back to the Future 2.
In space.
Go bots, go bots. Okay, so that was fun, right? We revisited
That was fun.
in video form, which this is why our jokes on this podcast never land. This is an audio podcast. 97%, 99% of the people get this via audio. And if you missed it, basically we fast forwarded past our last review of Back to the Future. And now we're moving on to
We
2.
couldn't do it a third time.
We could.
I mean, we could.
I mean,
yes,
the thing-
anything's possible.
Well, here's the thing. This is why I think, and I say this all the time about movies that we've done in the past. What is
Are you okay?
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Were you
Hold on.
passing a kidney stone?
Kidney Pete's
Eric's
opening a beer.
Eh.
The cap was on real tight.
My hands are slippery.
You want me to pickle jar for that beer for you?
Ew.
I mean, the thing is that
that
if
a
we
new
were to
thing?
do the movie again, it's not like you would remember what we talked about last time, and it'd be different notes and different conversation,
Yeah, that's true.
you know. But we'll dive into Back to the Future 2 on this one, and then Sean, how's this going to work? I don't have to redo the intro and stuff on this one. I do that on the next one. On the next one, yeah. So Back to the Future 2, guys, PG 1989, sci-fi comedy, 1 hour 48 minutes. This one did not fare as well, but it did much better than I thought it would have.
Money wise or
No,
ratings wise?
all of it.
Okay.
Okay, 7.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie, I mean, pretty much, it cost about double. This cost $40 million, which would be $94 million today, but it still made $333 million, which is $785 million today.
So we're up at about 1.9 billion so far between the two movies.
That this franchise has made at this point.
Okay.
And that's what I was getting at earlier when I said Huey Lewis. Like, I wonder if like Huey Lewis or at some point the cast were like, hey, we'll keep doing these, but we kind of want a little piece of the action here, right?
Maybe that's why ZZ Top did the one in Back to the Future 3.
Man,
How much
goodness gracious.
money did Huey Lewis make from Back to the Future?
We'll just wait here while you Google.
Because
The
he just did
internet
the first
says
one, right? He
$7
didn't do the
trillion.
second one.
$7
Liar.
trillion
So,
he
I
made
don't know.
just off of the one song. So, but anyway, obviously a very successful film. Had you ever seen Back to the Future before? Back to the Future 2 before?
Yes. Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2, not so much the third one, but
Mhm.
those two
Yeah.
were huge part of my childhood
Okay.
growing up.
All right.
I know we had taped the original Back to the Future off of television
Yeah.
onto a blank VCR
right.
tape.
So it like had the curse words edited out and shit.
It was not until I was in my 30s that I realized that when in Back to the Future, when Doc goes into the future and then comes back 1 minute later, or no, sends his dog, and he goes, "Holy shit, Doc, you disintegrated Einstein."
Yeah.
I thought that was, "Geez Louise, Doc," my entire life until I was 30.
Jeez Louise.
Jeez Louise,
That's
Doc.
amazing.
So, yes, I have seen Back to the Future 2 a bunch of times.
All right, so let's just find out what everybody else would, if they were to read about it, what they would.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
After visiting 2015, Marty McFly must repeat his visit to 1955 to prevent disastrous changes to 1985 without interfering with his first trip. I mean, these are hard to write synopsises.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Synopsi about.
A lot happens in this one. A lot happens in this one. Before we dive into the first clip, Sean, I know we've got 11, so 10 more submitted videos. Let's go to our next fan submitted video. This is episode. So this is still episode 300, right? So you're on our 300th episode still. Let's see what our next submitted video is.
300 episodes. That absolutely blows my fucking mind. I cannot believe where the time has gone. I've been listening to Jarrett Goes to the Movies for about 6 years now, and I will say that this podcast has just not skipped a beat. 300 episodes later, it's still funny as hell. It's absolutely entertaining to listen to, and I think I can say that this is a more let's just say entertaining way for me to get my movie reviews as opposed to logging on to IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes. This podcast absolutely helped me get through college, and I will say that besides student debt, the one thing that stood by my side after graduating was Jarrett Goes to the Movies. I am incredibly honored to be able to support such an amazing podcast all these years and still be able to get bang for my buck each and every episode. Anyways, happy 300 episodes, folks. I love y'all.
A supporter since October 2016.
Jeez,
Alec Martin.
Amazing.
Alec Martin.
Wow.
Now, that one actually gave me chills, and you would be able to see. I had one hair on my arm.
He's up.
Yeah, I had. Casey ripped it out the other day.
Oh
no, that wasn't the hair. It was a new one. It was red. It was weird. I had to go.
Oh no, that's probably a bad sign.
Yeah.
But that is
He's
super
turning
cool,
red.
man. I got the chills on that one. Leia Thompson again just kind of made me feel funny down there, like when you have to climb the rope at gym class.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Swing.
And I can say that in front of my wife because I've
when you have
No, we're more confused about the gym class thing.
No,
that's a Wayne's World thing. Like, it makes me feel kind of funny. Like when you climb the rope at gym class.
And that's so true. I
That
remember
was a female Bugs Bunny.
it
right?
wasn't the
That's a
rope.
thing.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the rope at gym class for me. It was just the old, like very
Teacher?
dangerous playground equipment that would just have a pole from like 4 stories up that you could slide it, and I would just grab onto it and just
Hold on real tight.
wait for a second
Oh.
before eventually sliding down. I didn't know why my
Your
weenie felt
wiener.
funny,
Yeah.
but it sure did.
Fuck is that?
Oh, the
What do you mean, what the
wormhole feels
fuck? Like,
so good.
There's a reason that made it into that movie because it's a real thing.
You know, every other kid that was in your school just remembers being like, "Go, Eric,
Yeah.
just go,
Just
come
hang
on,
on
hurry
to that
up."
pillow, kid. Stand there. I'm almost done.
You're never gonna be a fireman.
You're the
See?
worst pole slider
be-
ever.
Yeah.
I would be too horny all the time.
Just horny all the time. All right, Sean, let's dive into Back to the Future 2.
You've got to come back with me. Where? Back to the future. Wait a minute, what are you doing, Doc? I need fuel. Go ahead, quick, get in the car.
No. Look, Doc, I just got here. Okay, Jennifer's here. We're gonna take the new truck for a spin.
Well, bring her along. This concerns her, too.
Wait a minute, Doc. What are you talking about? Now, what happens to us in the future? What, do we become assholes or something?
Oh, no. You and Jennifer both turn out fine. It's your kids, Marty. Something's got to be done about your kids.
Doc, you better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
So they had to redo that scene, I'm assuming, because obviously they've switched Jennifer's on us.
To the incredibly hot Elizabeth Shue.
Still, by the way. So now, not only does this have not only one of my, makes me feel kind of funny when I climb the rope at gym class, but two now. Because Elizabeth Shue, man,
I have been a fan of hers since Karate Kid.
Yes.
When she was
Adventures
Allie.
in Babysitting.
is the best. That first scene.
Oh my goodness.
When she's dancing around.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
Oh,
I mean, I humped my pillow at least like 1,000 times.
1,000. Same. Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Like I would go from that to Howard the Duck and back, back and forth. And here's the thing. She's on that show, The Boys, and she still looks
That's what she's.
amazing.
Yes, I knew that there was something more recent.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, she's the one always breastfeeding him and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
She looks
Homelander.
The Boys.
She's
Is
still
it about the
Homelander.
Dallas Cowboys.
Dude, have you not seen that show?
95.
Dude, that show is
Super Bowl.
amazing.
It is amazing.
wait, you've
It's
never seen The
crazy.
Boys?
Never even heard
It's
of it.
Crazy.
Dude,
Oh.
I guarantee you that, and here's, we started it on a whim. We were just like, hey, I swear to God, I was just like, hey, Chris said this is a good one, but Chris likes everything. So I was just like, we're out of shit to watch. And I think we did that. We caught up on that whole thing in a week.
You
Oh,
did.
yeah.
You guys were quick.
On
We
what
were-
streaming service do I need to
Amazon.
subscribe?
Amazon.
Oh, I already have
You
that
already
one.
have that.
There you go.
But
How
I
many
think
seasons are
Yeah.
there? 3?
two.
The
Two.
third one's coming out like this
Soon.
summer.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I even think Kelsey would like it because it's superhero stuff, but it's not superhero stuff.
Who plays Michael Irvin in it?
Michael Irvin, of course,
Well,
is
that one
played
guy.
by
Then. Yeah, A-Train.
A-Train.
yeah,
What is
That's
there just
true.
there's
That's
just
true.
the one?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
you'll get it.
Okay.
They call him Token, and he's Token.
I'm good right now, thank you, Sean.
They changed his name in the show. Did you know that?
A-Train?
To Tolkien. No, South Park.
Tolkien.
Did they really?
Yeah.
What? Now that's pretty weird
Mm-hmm.
because you would think those guys would never.
They wouldn't
No.
care. You don't.
That really surprises me.
I think they're implying that was always his name.
No.
Well, of course, we all know that.
But
that's,
yeah, I saw a thing about that recently.
I mean, are they? They're implying that was always his name, but like people called him Token or something
Yeah.
because even his parents called him Token.
Yeah, but they're just saying that it's just with an L. That
Nope.
they
Yeah,
were
they're
like
just
that
saying
they were
that-
like that they were huge like Lord of the Rings fans or something.
Yeah.
Nope.
And everybody else was just mispronouncing it.
Yeah, like
I'm
we say,
surprised by
like we
that,
say,
too.
we say polka dots. You know, silent
You don't
L.
say
Not polka.
Polka dots.
Taco Bell.
I actually do say polka
Polka
dots.
You
dots.
say polka dots?
Polka. Let me think of.
Taco
Oh,
Bell.
let
I
me
say polka
let me use
Bell.
it in a sentence.
Taco Bell.
That tie has polka dots. Yeah, I don't say
Taco-
the L. Polka
Taco
dots.
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
No,
Taco
it's
Bell.
Taco
Thank
Bell.
you.
No.
How do you say chocolate milk?
Chocolate milk.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk.
No.
No.
Chocolate milk.
It's milk that is chocolate. You
Chocolate
put the
milk.
emphasis on the descriptor, not
Emphasis
the,
on the wrong
just
syllable.
not just the thing that it is.
It's chalky milk.
Yeah, I don't know,
Okay,
but it
well,
Chalky
is.
milky.
It is
Yeah.
delicious.
And it's delicious.
God, chocolate milk, man. Like that
Okay.
that is like
Chocolate milk and donuts.
White
they go
Russians.
hand in hand.
damn it.
Who's making a run?
White Russians.
Nobody.
So
The
they
DoorDash
do.
man.
This is the best character switch in the history of motion pictures. And I wonder, anybody look up like what the deal was? Like why
I did not.
Yes.
Her mother got cancer, and so she couldn't act during that time, and
I
so
can't
they had
tell
to
if you're
replace her.
you're looking
Me
like you're
either.
gonna laugh.
Yeah, that's legit. Her mother
It
got
is
cancer.
hilarious, but I'm being serious.
No,
So
you
she
look
stepped
like
out
you're
of the
about
movie.
to start laughing.
What kind of cancer?
Ass.
Yeah, prostate.
colon?
She got prostate cancer.
He said
Yeah.
he could get it. What?
I mean, IMDb didn't go into her medical history, but I'm
Why not?
assuming.
Hita?
It must be a lie.
I'll just forfeit right now.
Well,
It is
all right.
real. It's I was looking at
So the
trivia.
original actress, her mother got
sick.
Her mother got sick, and she had to bail out.
Yep.
And she couldn't just go back in time and prevent it from happening.
Yeah,
somehow?
Doc.
I mean,
How many times?
I mean, it's not real
Time
life.
machine's
What
not
time
made
is
for
it right
personal
now?
gain.
It's 3:00.
yeah.
We have still a bunch of movies to
Two
get to.
more
What we
movies.
would put the over
A
under
bunch
on
of
the number of
movies. No,
times
we-
you say. Well, if they would have just gone back in time.
Yeah. No,
They
I'm
would-
not going to say it a bunch. But we have this movie and
Amy,
one
I'm setting
other
the
one.
over under on 5. What do you think?
All right. Well, we'll see.
I don't
Take the
understand.
over.
I don't
Yeah,
taking it
overstand.
over?
Do it.
All
I
right.
don't overstand.
But don't.
Did they have to reshoot all the scenes that they reused in this?
I was wondering
How
the
else
same
do you
thing,
think
like
they
the
did it?
like
All
the
the
porch
ones.
kiss and all the things.
No, not the porch kiss.
Or
Not
no,
just-
that's jumping ahead.
hold on, but not just that. I mean, like even the you bastards. Like
Oh, I see what you're talking
any
about.
of the stuff that they used, where because there's several scenes where they run into it overlaps,
Their
right?
other
Mhm.
self.
Right. So
Well, those they would have to.
right now, so what's the deal? These 2 and 3 were shot at the same time. Is that right?
That's what they say.
Well, as 2 was ending, they were already starting 3. That's how at the ending of 2,
Which
you're
makes
able
sense.
to see a lot of the footage. From
Right,
3.
because it's coming. But now, at the end of 1, did we know that there were going to be 2 more movies?
Nope.
No, but obviously with the success.
Now, Zemeckis, while he was filming 2,
Yeah.
he was also doing Roger Rabbit at the same time.
Mm.
That's why.
There's a Roger
And
Rabbit.
that's
Yeah.
to be
Great
continued at the end of the
movie.
first one.
Yeah.
was
Great
meant as a
movie.
joke by Robert Zemeckis. Like he wasn't planning to make 2 more.
Interesting.
The studio saw how much they made, and decided to take that and make 2 more movies.
And make 800 more million dollars.
What was it? Michael J. Fox even said that he didn't even know he was making a sequel until he saw the credits of the first movie.
And they called his agent.
Oh,
and was like, I'm in this
interesting.
one, right?
Oops.
Right. Well, and they're, it's funny. You don't think of Biff as being like, he's in the whole goddamn movie. Like that actor, God, I hope he got
Thomas
paid a lot
Wilson?
of money.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
he got paid a bunch.
It's about the only thing anyone remembers Thomas Wilson from, right?
Well, he was in some show.
Castaway.
Where he was this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember him.
He
from
was
anything
paid
else.
to act.
He was on SpongeBob.
Was he?
Oh, he's a voice guy now.
I don't know.
Hmm,
Maybe
okay.
They all are.
maybe it's the live action one. I don't know.
Is there a live action SpongeBob?
Live action?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Spon-
Live action.
Totally.
Live action.
With
What
Antonio Banderas, I think.
is
Yep.
SpongeBob?
He's in everything.
No, he's
Y'all-
one of the pirates.
He's one of the bad
Antonio
guys.
Banderas.
No, they've got like the crossover ones though, where they have like they like
Yeah.
interact with the cartoons.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just
Yeah,
a guy walking around with the
SpongeBob
spikes.
isn't like live action.
Oh, what?
No, he's in the real world.
Antonio Banderas in this costume, just waving his hand
On
around.
ice.
Now,
On
Puss in
ice,
Boots
in
makes
space.
I mean, I would
Makes a
would
cameo.
watch that.
Jarrett lost interest. He's just
No, I was
he doesn't
reading.
wanna talk
I was
about it.
reading Ted's comment, and I can't tell if he's stating the obvious or trying to actually give us some sort of knowledge. So I'm just going to ignore it. But I just.
I mean, what you know of Ted? Do you think that he's giving you knowledge?
Oh yeah,
or
that's
do you
right.
think-
Okay, no. This he's right. Okay, so Ted actually then he comes through. First comment I'm going to ignore. The second one, Biff was the coach in Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, yeah.
I never saw that.
Dude,
Me
You
either.
never saw Freaks and
That's
binge that
It's so
shit.
easy to watch.
Binge
It's
that,
one
Great
season.
show.
binge that shit right now.
Eric, let me know when you start it.
It will-
I will too.
Eric,
It's
seriously.
such like it's so
It will-
important.
I mean, James Franco, Seth Rogen. I know all the people.
So I had never seen it. We binged it on the way back from a tour one time on the bus, like because we just just watched it. We were on the bus for 2 days or whatever. It will actually make you. You will actually be pissed at the end that it ended. Like
Yep.
you will just be like,
it ends pretty abruptly.
how
like-
could there
Yeah.
not be a fucking another season to
season.
this? How is
Okay,
this
Eric.
possible?
It's just cool, like how many people are in it.
They all had to have
Next
more
tour
shit
that
to
you're
do.
on, next tour that I'm on, we're gonna sync up. We're gonna watch it, and then we'll compare notes.
All right, that sounds
Y'all
good.
can't sync up.
Next
We're already
tour.
synced
Our
up.
Yeah, y'all are
2 days-
synced up.
Our 2-day drive.
Yeah.
back.
I can't
Fair.
sync up with anyone anymore.
Oh yeah,
But you
I
get the
don't-
pretend
I
one,
don't
right?
do that anymore.
she all burned up down
Yeah,
there.
I got my burnt up uterus.
I'm on fire.
My
Posse's
uterus is
broke.
on
Uterus is on
Holy
fire.
Do you remember the awful meme that I made with that song
No.
a few years ago? 2
No.
years ago?
No. Oh,
This kid is on
yeah,
fire.
you did do that.
I
didn't
did.
you?
It was
Mhm.
great.
Yeah, this
Nobody
chopper's on
laughed.
fire.
No, we just get the squirrel is on fire around here all the time. That's Jarrett's favorite version of that song.
I do like that.
There's a
yeah.
squirrel on fire.
This squirrel is on fire.
Oh,
you ever
just
lit a
because
squirrel
it's
on
the
fire?
Girl is squirrel, you is shoes,
Me as Steve.
me is Steve. There's a whole thing.
Yeah, they've got me figured out.
You've never heard brown-eyed squirrel?
Yeah, you are not living.
A real deep dive into
I have
the mind.
seen that in the Urban Dictionary, though.
Brown-eyed squirrel.
The brown-eyed squirrel.
All right, so
it's elusive.
A few things that we notice after he puts Jennifer to sleep, because she knows too much, and they didn't
Cosby
have the.
style?
They did not. Well, they didn't have the thing from. We just did Men in Black, right? They needed that thing. Just hey, look at the red light. Whatever. Okay, we're done with that shit.
Was that Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look at the red
Hi,
light.
man.
Hey, man, Wrangler. Hey, man. Hey, do me a favor. Hey, no, seriously, stop.
Look right here.
Stop looking over there. Look right here.
Every hen house, outhouse.
But Goldie Wilson Jr. is the mayor, and Goldie Wilson the third.
The sound of that.
Mayor. Goldie Wilson the third is selling some shit on the TV.
Did I tell you that I went to see the
hover
Back to the
conversion.
Future musical when we were in London on our
I
last night
saw
there?
that you did the playbill, but you didn't tell me that you went and saw it. Was it good?
We
Saw it.
left at intermission.
Really?
Oh no!
It was supposed to be really good.
My.
Here's the deal about plays and musicals based on movies that you know like by heart.
Right.
None of the music is the same as there's no Huey Lewis.
Right.
And they create these situations so that they can all sing and dance.
I will say this too.
And I'm sure if you never saw the movie, the musical's fine.
I say this all the time. I've seen like several theater performances in London, and I don't know what it is, but I'm always like surprised when they're British. Like every single the actors, I'm always just like weird. Like like obviously that makes sense, but it just.
Hello, Doc Brown.
Yeah.
I've overslept again.
We went
Can I please play your guitar?
We went and saw Matilda the musical, and it was great. But yeah, they were just all so English. I was like, I don't look at you guys go.
That's strange.
So, I mean, I guess it was maybe fine.
You could say you did it.
Get your damn hands off her. They got like a fucking guy from Ireland or Scotland or
Your
whatever.
bloody hands.
Get your rotten cocksucking fucking hands off her.
You cunt.
You cunt.
Yeah.
You can't
would've
hold her
worked
like
for
that.
3.
Wait a minute. What did you just fucking say?
Yeah.
You can't treat her this way.
Like cunt.
Fuck. What did he just say again? We can't say that in our country. Country.
Well,
and that's the show. Good night, everyone.
Boom. See you later.
And there's our
scene.
review. Like, where do we go from here?
We don't.
We don't. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna roll through a few things here. He gets there and he's like, "Hey, what am I, a rich rock star?" And and obviously it goes bad. His kids are going to prison, and I actually laughed out loud at the part where he goes, "Go over there and order a Pepsi. Here's a 50." Like that was fucking funny. But
when he puts those. So the big deal for me as a kid, like I thought this was the most futuristic, like crazy, awesome shit, and I couldn't wait till 2015. Now you realize that we probably digressed some, and people are fighting over whether the Earth is a sphere or if it's flat. But these shoes, these Nike shoes that you put on, and it just suctions to your feet, and then the same thing with the jacket, and he pushes the button, and it. I was like, man, I can't wait until this shit.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
I wanted
you
the
can.
hoverboard.
Hoverboard, yeah.
Let's go.
Well,
Yeah.
The Mattel hoverboard, no less.
The Mattel hoverboard where you
Doesn't work on water.
From the makers of He-Man.
It needs to be powered.
Your Bojo.
and then the fact that you like, oh God, all right, so I'll get there.
The thing is that it's not that technology isn't there; it's that people are too stupid to have that. Like we're not allowed to have that.
We cannot. The government has all of that.
We can't have nice things
Until we can figure out driving down here. They're not going to let us have flying cars.
Until we
there's
can figure out roundabouts. They're not going to let us have
Why
other
are they just
things.
Why do we have to figure out roundabouts? Who started putting those everywhere?
Well,
I'd love to know.
London
decorative.
London was built.
Yeah, but London's old as shit. Why are they putting him here now?
Yeah.
I do agree.
Because we can't do four-way stops, so let's see if we can do roundabouts.
That's the thing.
Let's see if we can merge in a circle.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's genius.
Yeah, we can't merge in straight
Do
lines.
not
Let's merge in a
like
circle.
that. So here is where the movie sort of takes its shape. There's Jaws 19, where the hologram comes out, and there's the take on the 80s cafe, which is
Max
pretty
Headroom.
funny.
It's just
yeah,
Max
everybody's
Headroom.
Max Headroom, right? And they're arguing.
And an Elijah Wood spot sighting.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
At
Wild
the
Gunman.
video game.
Then they just recycle pretty much the entire, second 30 minutes of Back to the Future 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There's a diner. Hello. Anybody
McFly.
home? McFly. Hello.
But they do that again. I mean, we're going to get there. They do that
Butthead.
again in 3
Yeah,
with Seamus.
But
It's a lot of the same
this
guys.
keeps going. This keeps going. It gets so bad. Your old man is a loser. Okay, we're back to that now. Again, it's like a whole thing. Biff, all of it. Then there's the Wild Gunman video game, which was stupid. The hoverboard thing is so dumb.
Oh no! Wait,
was so
no!
dumb.
It's awesome.
So I'm going to tell you guys
It's the
this.
opposite of what you're saying.
I am going to tell you this right now, and I'm going to do it before. Fucking chicken. Nobody calls me a chicken. Are you? I don't give a fuck. You can fucking call me a chicken anytime. I don't even
that's
understand
you. This
how
is
the
a
fuck-
character in a movie.
I fucking hate it.
There's a reason why, because the writers for the second and third one felt that Marty in the first one didn't have any character flaws. So they wanted him to have a character flaw, so they made it chicken is like his, I don't know, what
And
we
it
call
leads-
it today,
and
a
it
fucking
leads-
trigger word.
They
or
let it
whatever.
through the whole family hit tree.
And it leads to the redemption arc at the very
Yeah.
end of
Yeah.
3. So, and just because you don't identify with the character doesn't make the character any less valid in the movie.
The
And it's a
change-
PG movie.
The changing of the voices, the like talking high pitch to be the kid, the Leah Thompson's character, like the old lady talking about, could you please go cut the
Yeah.
bacon, blah." And then there's even look, I don't even know how they got Homeboy to even act that way, but he's
What homeboy?
Which homeboy?
the
Which way?
goddamn the dad, George. What's his
that's
name?
not him.
Because it's not Crispin Glover.
Yeah, it's not
Oh, they
Crispin
couldn't get
he
Chris.
wasn't back.
You know
no.
why? Because he didn't want to do this fucking stupid movie.
Because
This
they offered him
movie's
a buck and a
awesome.
quarter.
What are
No.
you talking about?
This is hands down.
Oh no!
Oh,
the best
here we
sequel.
go.
My
best-
goodness.
Oh no,
Hands
that's Empire Strikes.
down.
Okay, and Godfather
This
2.
is hands down
This is the third best.
the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
This
Whoa.
cannot this
ever,
Hey, that
cannot
makes me
be
feel better
happening.
as a John Wayne fan.
ever.
He made fuck all
Okay, can I look at this list of movies?
It
I
is-
did
we
not
have
see
watched-
that coming.
It is
Me
so
either.
Shots
bad.
fired.
This is worse than Run, Ronnie, Run. This
Yes.
is
Oh my
worse.
God, Run Ronnie Runs the best.
Yeah, that
Okay,
movie was
I'm
great.
saying, but it's worse than the Green Inferno.
Yes,
It's worse than the Love Guru.
yes, you can keep
It's
that movie was
worse-
fucking
It was great.
amazing.
It's worse than
Yes,
I mean, most of these are
Don't
pretty.
say
yes, 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 yes. This is
It's worse than She's All That.
This is
Yes.
easily the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Ever. 100%.
Ever?
You
Ever.
suck.
No, I don't.
Really?
Well,
I did
I
not
don't-
see this
No,
coming.
I find
Happy 300, everybody.
I don't know. I feel sad. Like, I just feel
find-
sad.
I find nothing endearing about it. I feel like they comic booked it and they made it. They tried to make it slapsticky and goofy or whatever. And Back to the Future wasn't that way. People didn't go, "Oh my God, the trunk is open," or what? It's like, "Oh, gee." And this fucking Biff when his name is Giff or whatever, and he walks in and like he just, and you're just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, heaven forbid that each of these characters at different times in history have any type of different personality.
All of a sudden,
or
he
way
has
of speaking.
Tourette's and talks like he's a fucking Tekken character or some shit. Like, I don't. It's fucking terrible, unbelievable, unwatchable. I actually only watched this because my wife pretty much
because we have a
suggested
podcast.
that I needed to. halfway through, I'm literally just I could not believe what I was seeing.
Listen,
God, you
I don't want
suck.
to jump ahead way too much, but which one is worse, 2 or 3?
2.
3's worse.
No, it's not.
Yeah, 2.
I'm sorry.
2 is the third best sequel to an original movie that ever existed.
I can't even believe that if you love Back to the Future, I honestly can't believe this. I can't believe if you love the movie Back to the Future that you in any way appreciate what they did to these poor fucking characters. It's gross. It's fucking.
Had you seen it
You're
before?
I've never seen this. No,
You had never seen 2 or 3.
no, never seen 2 or 3. And I man, what a terrible fucking movie.
Man,
Did
I
you
hope
watch
people-
them back to back? Like, did
Yeah.
you watch 2?
Well,
and
I
then
watched
3 back
2
to back?
and then later on I
So
watched.
I hope
I
people-
watched 2 and 3 back to back, and I'm telling you right now, it's tough because it's the same damn.
I watched
scenes
2 last
over
night
and over
and
and
then
over. Yeah.
3 this morning.
Yeah, same.
When y'all
Yeah.
came up
Same.
with the idea to do these movies in a row, and I think I was like the least enthusiastic about it. I love Back to the Future, but I knew you were gonna fucking hate the second one. Like I knew you were. I was like, I don't think he knows what he's getting himself into. Like I really did not think that
It
he
also
did.
went super
pull your pockets out because everybody wears their clothes backwards. What the fuck does that mean?
It means if you wore your pants inside
Like
out, the
Chris
pockets would be
Cross
hanging
used
out.
to wear their
Understood,
shit
but pull your pockets out doesn't make them backwards.
Inside out. He said inside out.
inside out.
I don't know. Anyway, the whole thing.
Upside down.
Yeah, pull your pockets
Boy,
inside
boy,
out.
you turn me.
Anyway,
His face did
this
not change
fucking
the whole
gang-
movie.
Like,
He just-
oh my god, the gang around the Biff character in the second one, these just
They look so
bumbling,
tough.
No, there's
bumbling fucking idiots.
The one guy, Zane, what's his name? He was
Billy
in
Zane.
Billy Zane. I noticed him right away.
Yeah.
Who?
He was
So
in
did the woman
Titanic.
in my house.
Not only did they make them just these bumbling idiots, but in every year that they went to, all of a sudden they're all bumbling idiots now. You know, like no matter where they
No,
went,
they're
like,
not bumbling idiots.
that is kind of how the future works.
There he is. Hey, there he is. Let's fucking. Beat
Oh,
him
I didn't
up
realize
after the
Andrew
fucking
Dice Clay
song.
was in this movie.
We're gonna beat him up after
Hickory
this
dickory
song.
dock.
Oh,
Shit on my cow. Oh.
Classroom 2. I jumped my goose.
Row, row, row your boat up my ass.
He's up there singing some Chuck Berry.
God,
Bury
that's
my
clipped.
dick in your throat.
Whoa!
There's just tiny children running about right outside of this door.
They have no
we're
idea.
such
I mean,
Dig
mine's
dogs.
already heard this shit. So.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, man. I in all honesty, and I'll come down now.
Good, because you're just kidding. You're just doing a bit.
I'm not. I
No.
couldn't do it. I honestly, I wanted it to be over so bad, and we had to pause. Like we had ordered lunch, so we had to pause and kind of get that situated. We had to. Everett came down, and he was having trouble
Broke his
focusing on cleaning his room. Oh, anyway, and we would pause, and it was like we were getting no closer to the end.
Jarrett was like, wouldn't it be funny if I didn't watch the movie and everyone just explained it to me? And I'm like,
I don't.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will figure out which is
I really did
more
try that.
of the bit that you liked Love Guru or that you
No.
hate this.
I understand.
Like, it
I'm with
doesn't-
you on both. I don't think that this is the worst sequel ever. It's not the worst movie ever, but
No.
It's not the worst sequel ever. It's the worst fucking movie
No,
I've
but
ever
I
watched.
did not I did not enjoy it that much. But I'm surprised that you didn't enjoy it. at
Amy,
all.
I could
of all
find
the bullshit we've watched that you like.
I found nothing endearing about this. I think what they did to the parents as characters to just make them just these fucking just stupid ass people. The whole deal where
Ass people.
Stupid
okay,
ass
and
people.
your ass
Stupid
face.
ass people.
like the fact that they're and it's all fucked up too, like how people's kids look like them, but they're not their kids. It's just all fucked. Him playing the multiple characters was fucking stupid. Like he
That
played
seems
his
silly to me.
daughter and all this. It's like it wasn't endearing. I'm being absolutely serious, and I actually felt bad. I
thought we were going to have a good time today.
I
Uh-oh.
felt bad coming into today because I was, and I didn't.
Mhm.
I did not
You
text
should
you
feel
guys.
bad.
I do
Good.
because I wanted to like these, but there's a goddamn reason I never saw them, And I found that out yesterday the hard way.
Yeah, $800 million must be wrong.
You know what, man?
No, I think they caught everybody with that first one.
Maybe had I seen this in the 80s, maybe I would feel differently. I actually feel like this movie, in just its existence, has actually made the first movie full on bullshit. Fuck it. I don't like that.
No, I don't think it's bullshit, but
that's a bold statement of fuckery.
But
you don't want to make that.
This is a common theme through a lot of the classic movies that we've watched.
Yeah.
Is when you have an emotional attachment to them, having seen them as a kid.
Sure.
They mean something different to you than when you see them as an adult for the first time. And this is the Beetlejuice syndrome.
I was about to say, like,
for me.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, yes, it's become a meta joke of itself that I don't like that movie. It's such a piece of shit. But that movie means nothing to me in the grand scheme of having seen it when it first came out, having seen it when this was, I guess, original comedy that was just hilarious to people, whatever. And you're just going through the same thing that plenty of people go through when they watch as an adult a movie that is 30 years old. That people watched when they were kids. Or
so allow me
teens
to add to what you just said, and I do agree with you. I think you're right. My brother took me to see this in Dan Zam. We went to the movies or whatever to drop me off at a concert. There was a matinee concert at this club. Rock bands would stay and do a Sunday show for all ages. Got to see that. It's a big, big day for me. This movie meant a lot to me, right? And I haven't watched them, but the only way that I could really, and I don't have this experience, but I remember when, because I watched the first 3 Star Wars movies, and by the first 3, I mean the second 3, as a kid. And I like Star Wars fine, but I wouldn't consider myself any sort of Star Wars or Star Trek person or whatever. Like none of those movies ever meant enough for me to be like, okay, I'm a fucking Star Wars guy, right? So when the second 3 movies, the prequels came out, and this Jar Jar Binks happens or whatever, and all these Star Wars, all of the Star Wars people basically are just so like, mad. What have they done? That is the only way that I can express to you. And you're right. This movie does mean, the original one does mean a lot to me. It means a lot. And so the fact that when I just see them make them bumbling idiots, and you know what, Woody, what you said makes total sense. They had to add this flaw of like, did you call me chicken? Yeah. Marty McFly would never say that. Like that. He that's just not who he was. And so again, I just feel like they slapsticked us a little bit. They tried to make it a kids movie. They tried to make it silly. And again, there's the fucking bumbling fucking idiotism that didn't goddamn exist. Like, you know what? The funny thing is that in the original, Biff is the buffoon, right? Yeah, and he's not even the fucking buffoon in these movies.
So they call this Flanderizing, based on the Simpsons, Ned Flanders character.
Okay.
Who, for the first 10 years of the show, is just kind of this righteous neighbor, and then they turn him into like only these 2 or 3 character points and just make that his entire character. So you just watch The Office. Think about Kevin from The Office.
Sure.
They say this about Kevin.
Yeah.
That he just starts out as a kind of slow person, and by the end of the series, he's just a total moron who he even exists as a human is surprising.
They did this on Charles in Charge.
Okay.
They do on everything.
Charles
Ross and Friends, they make him an idiot.
What?
Like,
On Charles in Charge, Buddy was like this ladies' man, fucking like he was like his friend outside in the world who was like trying to get him to go out and hook up with chicks or whatever. And that show probably ran 10 years, 6, 7, 10 years, whatever. Those
3
to 15, 3 to 25 years it was on.
Yeah.
But by the end of that show, any scene with Woody and not Woody, Buddy. So I'm starting to get drunk.
Well, shit. Okay,
any scene with Buddy in it as Woody pointed out, was unwatchable. They just he'd come in like, Charles, did you know that they dumped the trash on the lawn? Oh my God.
For a generation,
I'm going to go dive into it.
For generations that don't know about Charles in Charge, think Eric from Boy Meets World, the older brother. He was like a perfectly normal, popular kid, and by the end, like they're like
they just made him.
Did they forget to mention like the horrible head injury he got?
Right.
Can't even form words.
No, and look, here's the thing. I get it, and I get, but I felt like watching this that I was like, okay, I almost felt duped. I felt like it seemed to me like, okay, Back to the Future is one of the greatest movies literally ever made. Still holds up however many years, 40 years, 45 years later, right? 35. Was it the 30th anniversary?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Did you look that up and you wanted to fucking...
No, I was just counting
I saw you
in my
do
head
the math
because I know
earlier.
how to count by tens.
I saw you doing
40.
that earlier.
I just learned from Ellen.
So it's the 30th anniversary. Herbie Hancock. Oh, crap.
Fiesta.
Oh, fast. Oh, slow down, you cock. So I felt again just what they did to the, and then just the repeating of the bits, and it really wasn't even funny anymore. It was almost like this forced. That fucking Hello McFly with the cane thing or whatever.
Thread between
because
the three.
Marty McFly would have grabbed that fucking cane from him and shoved it right up his ass.
I do understand what you're saying. I'm not mad at you anymore. I am disappointed.
Okay, but have I not made a well-spoken case into like why it is I feel?
No,
the way that
you
I
haven't.
I feel like you were about to say that I did.
No, but I just came back around and now I'm mad again.
I think you were about to say that.
That's as high as I can go.
You get to write yourself a story over there.
I get what you're saying. It feels to me like you're overthinking it. Like, why couldn't you just be entertained by it instead of?
Because I thought
because this is so important to him.
Because this isn't Schindler's List.
I thought I was going to watch
Schindler's List,
an extension of the movie that I saw as a kid in 1985, and what I saw was a ridiculous, fucking stupid repeat.
Abortion.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Abortion.
Yes.
So the original movie they had planned was completely scrapped.
Yeah,
it was completely scrapped because of Crispin Glover. So at the end of the first one, he didn't like the fact that the happy ending was them with money and everything else because the McFlys shouldn't like that. So
and also Crispin Glover's weird.
Yeah. And when the second one rolled around, he found out that he was making less than Leah Thompson and a few of the other actors.
They were only offering the bucket.
And so he was like, no, you should offer me more. And so Robert Zemeckis was like, no, fuck you. Here's less.
Yeah.
And so then they did the whole like double or whatever. But the original plot line of like George McFly dying was never a part of it.
Right.
They had to incorporate that because Crispin Glover wouldn't come back and redo the role.
Interesting.
And everything else. So the movie may have been quite a bit different, but because the studio had them locked in, and you know how they can put their finger on somebody.
Of course, yeah. And the thing is that Crispin Glover is weird, which is why the George character worked in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like him falling out of that tree and the old Biff, you know, like when he's okay. And when he's like the Hello McFly and he laughs about it, you know what I mean? Like, and when he does I like the deal with where she's like, and that's when we met, right, George? What, Lorraine? What? I fucking love that so much. Just, you know, he nailed that character so great. But
all right, well, let's move on to clip 2.
My
since
God,
this whole
he's a
day
peeping
fucking sucks
Tom.
now.
Clip 1.
Yeah, this sucks.
All right,
I was so excited.
Let's go.
I thought you were gonna come in here like
I liked it.
This is so great. I can't believe.
I'm sorry that did not happen.
Why couldn't you just do it?
We have
to maintain the status
I do have
quo.
to take a pee break. Let's take a quick break. Sean's laughing. We'll get through this.
No, we don't have to get through
We've
it.
already talked about it.
No, we actually do
I
have
took
to
tomorrow
get through
off.
this,
We don't
Eric.
have to get.
Yeah, what do we have to get through?
I'm retired.
Amy, did you
Yeah,
take
you're
tomorrow?
I want.
No.